Welcome back, everyone. It's Ready or Not.
Football edition. I'm Nate the Great.
I'm Chris Stacks, and it's reaction time. Nate, welcome back to Florida.
So thank you. I feel welcomed.
Too bad your team was on vacation this weekend too, huh?
Hey, well, I took advantage. My team's on bye, so I said bye to
You
Florida.
too? Okay. I like it. So, guys, it was an interesting weekend for Fantasy League.
Mhm.
It was an interesting weekend for the NFL. There was definitely some games I got to note quick just because of some players, how they did or how they didn't do.
Yeah.
Especially this weekend. But we only got a few weeks left. We're getting close to the playoffs here. It's getting interesting.
Slow it down a little bit, but I can still make it. I can still have time.
I didn't say you couldn't.
I know.
So looking at the reactions for the NFL games, Tennessee beat Green Bay 27-17. Tennessee likes the cold. Like the colder it gets, the better they play.
Yeah, I guess so.
Every single year. If you got Derrick Henry in the second half of the season when it gets cold, the Yeti comes to play.
Which, yeah, he went off.
I got to bring it up because it's against they're in my division. Philadelphia beating Indianapolis
Squeaking that victory out.
17-16, and it was lucky. Lucky.
No, I saw part of that game, and I was like, are they going to lose 2 weeks in a row after being undefeated most of the season?
And what's his name? Hurts was not impressing me, even with him being one of my quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
Like that did not look good. The Indianapolis Colts defense did come to play,
Mm-hmm.
and he did not do well against a good defense.
So let's see what happens going forward.
Absolutely. Did you have any notables?
For the games, I mean, the only one was Jets-Patriots. Very defensive game, low scoring. It was 3-3 most of the time until Patriots scored at the end.
The defensive touchdown.
The defensive touchdown.
Yeah.
Okay, I actually didn't see the end. I just saw the score. It was 3-3 as far as I saw it.
So the whole game, 3-3. The Patriots are moving the ball a little bit, but then they would get shut down. Patriots move the ball a little bit, they get shut down. And then the end of the game, they got a chance to win the game, and Zach Wilson throws a pick six.
Oh, wow.
And then one of the people interviewing him goes, "So Zach, do you think you lost the game?" He for the defense. He specifically said for the defense. He said, "No, I don't think what I did, lost the game for the defense. I think we all could have played better. Your defense gave up 3 points.
Yeah.
3.
I saw that quote, but I didn't understand what it meant until now. Which, that's huge. You can't be saying stuff like that.
I was like, wow." And now the Jets came out this morning and said that he might not be starting this week.
That's huge.
That's huge. Dallas obviously came to play.
Yeah.
Whooping up on Minnesota.
Which we both thought Minnesota was going to win, but I mean, kind of exposed Minnesota a little bit, didn't they?
Well, they exposed Minnesota, but also there's been a lot of memes going around joking that all Cowboys want for Christmas is our offensive coordinator to run the ball.
Yeah.
And Tony Pollard right now is averaging 6 yards per carry, and Zeke is averaging like 4.8 yards per carry. Guess what we did this game?
Oh, we ran the shit out of it.
So that's all we got to do.
Yeah,
All we
clearly.
gotta do. And I like Romo's idea. Romo said, what if they use Tony Pollard as the 1 and use Zeke as the change of pace back? Because now you got a little quick snappy, and then all of a sudden you got somebody's going to run you over. A little quick and snappy, somebody's going to run you over.
Is that what they were doing?
That's exactly what they
Okay.
did. I'll tire your ass out. And then Joe Burrow. He's good.
Yeah.
If you did not know, this guy knows how to play football. He put it up. Damn.
I know he had like 1 or 2 like low weeks, but I mean he's showing what he really does.
Oh
now.
yeah, when they let him play, he's gonna be good.
Mm-hmm.
He's like 3rd year in the league, right?
I think so.
Yeah, he's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Injuries, you might have some that I don't. Jay Fields, it's questionable right now. Could be interesting for you. Could be interesting.
In a good way.
Matt Stafford could be out again. Joe Mixon, concussion protocol. Guys, concussion protocol right now is no joke. If you're in it, you got a good chance you're not playing the next week, so be ready. CEH out 4 to 6 weeks. Edmonds out 4 to 6 weeks. After they also dropped
Melvin Gordon.
So that could be interesting.
So yeah, what are the Broncos going to do? Who do they have left to run
They
with?
got Boone, and they've got I don't remember their 4th running back. I'll figure it out in a second. But they've got 4 running backs, or they had. Now they have 3. Jaylen Warren out, and we just saw what happens when you don't have Jaylen Warren in the mix. Najee doesn't look bad, so that'd be interesting. Wandell Robinson out for the rest of the year with an ACL. Kadarius Toney, who was just traded to the Kansas City Chiefs, out potentially multiple weeks with a hamstring issue.
Okay.
Mike Williams, out guaranteed for week 12 with an ankle injury after just coming back. I think they rushed him back.
Yeah, potentially.
Rondell Moore with a groin. And then Kyle Pitts on IR.
Oh, so that's what, 4 to 6 weeks?
Yeah, it's a minimum of 4 weeks, but it's looking like.
What's he on IR for? I don't know what happened to him.
I want to say it was hamstring as well.
So it depends
It
how
was pretty
severe
good.
it is.
Yeah. It was a pretty good hamstring injury. But did you have any other injuries?
Injuries, no. Injuries, that's it. I know I had Mixon and Fields and a few of them written down, but you had that already.
Okay, perfect. Legends or weakest?
So, weakest.
Weakest. So, if you want, let's. This weekend was interesting, and because I know it's gonna hurt Christina. Christina, I do apologize. This is not meant at you. This is meant for you guys because you need to improve as a team. Zach Wilson sucks. 5.7 points this week.
I don't know, man. The whole team could have played better, though.
He played a whole game and scored 5.7 points
Yeah,
as a quarterback.
that's awful.
He threw. What the hell was it? 88 yards, I think it was.
I know, if I remember correctly, Jets only had like 2 yards of offense or something.
In like the fourth quarter. Or
fourth
something?
quarter,
Yeah.
I think I saw something
Yeah,
about
it's terrible.
that.
And he almost threw. He almost threw 2 picks, and then he threw the game-winning pick to the other team.
Game losing pick.
Goff with 6.5. Taylor Heineke with 6.8. Russell Wilson with 10.7.
It's your boy.
Yeah, I know, right? And then Josh Allen with 12.6. But they were off a little bit, and then they got Diggs' head right. Like they had a little talk on the sideline, they picked it up, but he didn't have to throw.
Yeah, but he did. There was one of them about he threw to Gabe Davis, a very far pass that got brought back.
Oh yeah.
I think was it one of his feet were didn't land?
Something like that, yeah. But it was a game where they used Zach Moss and Devin Singletary very well,
Mm-hmm.
and I know they weren't home because they had to get moved to the Detroit to play this game, which is
Yeah.
very interesting. Did you see the pictures of the stadium?
No.
I'll try and find.
Oh,
a
you're
picture.
talking about the Buffalo Stadium?
Yeah.
Yes, I saw
I'll find a
those.
picture and I'll throw it on there. You couldn't see the stadium.
Yeah, no, it was ice, snow everywhere. Like it was.
You couldn't see, like half the goalpost was missing.
Yeah,
Wow.
there's no playing.
Wow.
there.
If you look at the running backs, Deonta Foreman, 2.4. Damian Pierce, which killed me. I had him in almost every league, 2.7.
AJ Dillon,
2.8.
2.8. Saquon Barkley, 4.5, which that one's a huge one because remember you saw Giants lost.
Yeah.
Because Saquon wasn't being Saquon this week.
It needs to be the Saquon show, or they're not going to go.
And then you have Miles Sanders as well, who if he could have pulled it out more, it would have been more than a 1-point game.
Yeah, Meter Sanders over there.
Meter Sanders.
And then Mike Williams, 2.0. They took him back too early. They said it was potential. I said leave him off. He's too athletic. You got to let him heal. Well, he's back out again.
You got Chase Claypool, which I picked up and just couldn't get the ball. There's a couple passes that went to him, didn't complete. So upset about that one. You got Moore. Oh, he got 2.1 by the way. Then you got Moore with 3.7, and I'm not actually sure how he played. Obviously
Their
not well.
team was terrible.
Yeah.
Like Baker Mayfield was awful.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. Baker. This is the first week Baker Mayfield back.
Yeah, he was terrible.
But he was
Deontay
is he
Johnson.
Mr. Football? Is that
No,
Baker?
it's Johnny.
It's Johnny Manziel. That's right.
Same. Drafted the same team, but
Yeah, that's why it always confused me afterwards.
you had Deontay Johnson 4.2. You had DeAndre Carter, and then just to throw in a little honorable mention, I know Christina, this is going to sting again. Justin Jefferson with 4.8. Don't ask for Diggs because you will be buried. He asked for Trayvon Diggs from the Cowboys.
Oh well. Got what he asked for.
And Trayvon doesn't usually travel. He's one of those cornerbacks that usually picks a side and stays there. He was guarding him in the slot. He was guarding him on the outside. He was literally just pointing the rest of the defense. He's like, you go there, and he just kept moving with him. And he had like 2 good catches, and the rest of it was nothing.
Well, damn. All right.
Yeah, Diggs was like, yeah, you're in my homeboy. Like, it was bad.
Yeah,
It was
well, you
bad.
can't be doing that then. And we got legends now. So, legends for QBs first. We mentioned him already. Joe Burrow.
Yep.
So, Burrow put up 28.7 points. Did work against the Pittsburgh Steelers.
He looked great. Looked great. And the Steelers defense.
I just wish he passed to Boyd more. I needed him to pass to Boyd.
I know you didn't
well,
see
sorry. What? No.
I know you didn't see all the games. Did you see the interception by T.J. Watt on Joe Burrow?
No, I didn't.
He's rushing the passer, going through the line. Burrow goes to throw. He jumps, like one hands the football and pulls it down and catches it and start running with it.
Oh, damn. All right.
As he's getting hit by the offensive line. I was like, okay. Like, wow.
But I want to back up a little bit because I said for him to throw to Boyd more, and honestly, he did actually throw to Boyd quite a bit, but Boyd didn't complete. Yeah. Now, like I said, I was out of town. I didn't see all the games. I don't know if they're just well defended, or did he drop the ball? Like, whose fault was it? I don't know. I'll have to check on that. But then you got Daniel Jones, who's actually did work this week.
Yeah.
We were talking about Jones where he's like, not enough work to win.
Yeah.
But 26.6 points is not bad.
Yeah.
But
well, if they're losing, you're going to get points from Jones because he's going to have to try and come back. But he was throwing all of his passes to Wandell, who is now out. And they got rid of Kadarius Toney. So hopefully Slayton can ball out.
And we got Mahomes, which I noticed Mahomes was slow to start in the game, like the first half.
It seems like they've been doing that every week now.
Yeah, I know every time. Because every time, like, if I'm against him or I'm watching him anyway, I'm like, all right, this is who we're going. And like by the end, he's like, nope, never mind.
300 yards.
So 26.5 points from Mahomes. Then we got Garoppolo.
I know, this one surprised the hell out of me.
Garoppolo usually more of a game manager.
He likes being on the road, going to Mexico, had some little tequila.
That's right, yes. So Monday night game, if you guys didn't realize, was actually in Mexico at the Azteca Arena, I think it was. And then put up 25.4 points. I mean, completely dominated the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah, that was
like there was no leeway. Yeah. And then number 5, Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah, which is wild.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess he forced to against the Buffalo Bills defense.
Yeah.
Tried to keep up. I know they were closer a little, like towards the middle of the game, right?
Yeah.
And then Buffalo took it obviously, but apparently not with Allen though, because they ran the ball right.
Right.
And then you got Jacoby Brissett, who put up 24.9 points this week.
And then honorable mention, we did have right there Justin Fields, but the big question mark is he going to play next week? How's he going to be with the hamstring and the shoulder? It's going to get interesting.
I saw the shoulder. I didn't see the hamstring.
Mm-hmm. Running backs, very excited to say. I'm going to start at the bottom, actually work my way up. Number 5, Jamal Williams. He's good. He needs to be a starting running back. Derrick Henry, 24.4 as well. They tied. The Yeti, when you get that boy in the cold, he just likes to run. Mm-hmm. He's a big boy. Najee Harris. Najee Harris. The Kings Najee's. Hey, he's back. 25.6. Nice to see this. You give him the ball a lot.
Maybe he only did that much because he was on the bench.
He didn't play him. You're right. I checked that and I forgot.
Yeah.
And then this one, Samaje Perine could be the waiver pickup of the week.
I have no idea who that even is.
He is the backup for Joe Mixon because Joe Mixon's in the concussion protocol. So that could be very interesting. And nobody played him with 28.2 points. Oof. And then the man, Tony Pollard, 34.9 points as the second running back on the Cowboys.
Which doubled the first running back.
They scored 52 points combined. That's a pretty good running back tandem right now.
I thought I was doing decently with Williams and Swift, but yeah, it's much better.
Yeah, they're lighting it up right now. I think the Cowboys are really figuring out how to use the two of them. And then, did you see CeeDee Lamb's catch?
No.
So they're trying to kick a field goal, and it was that 60-yard field goal that they tried to freeze him on.
I heard he broke the record twice. Yeah, I did hear about that.
So they roll out. Dak rolls out. CeeDee runs down, gets to the sideline, and what you're supposed to do is stand on the sideline. The quarterback's supposed to throw the ball out of bounds, but you lean over and catch it with your toes in bounds, pull it in, and then fall to the ground, and it's a catch. You're out of bounds, and the clock stops. So Dak rolls out, throws the ball down the sidelines. You see CeeDee with his toes like this. He leans over the line, reaches out, pulls the ball in, falls just before the time hits. So they get the ball, kick field goal. And it was right on the marker. Like he ran down the field, and this is where he needed to get to. He ran right to here, and fell out of bounds. It was sick.
Yeah,
It was
alright.
perfect play, perfectly. I was like, wow. And that was like one of the only things he did the whole game because they didn't throw the ball. They didn't need to.
Yeah.
It was run, 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 run.
Alright.
And then looking at wide receivers, all I want to talk about is number 2. You can talk about the rest.
Well, number 5, you got Olave.
Yeah, nice to see him
Olave
back.
also started off slow, right? That game?
Yes.
Yeah. So I thought he was going to do
terrible.
nothing. I was like, oh my god.
First quarter and a half, like first 2 quarters, he was terrible.
You were in danger of losing that game, your matchup, and then Olave put up points. Ended up being number 5 this week with wide receivers with 19.7.
Yep.
Then you got Higgins. Higgins put up 20.3. So we know who Burrow found.
Yep.
But,
I'm surprised he's not on here because he took a hit. He jumped up for a pass, got hit in the air, and came down on his hip. And you could see like they had the camera right on him. His face was like somebody just beat him with a bat.
Oof.
And so I'm surprised that he's not on.
Pretty much
he
did when
might,
these
he
NFL
might
players
pop
hit.
up.
So we'll see. I have to keep an eye on Higgins, and which is Steiger. Steiger will have
Yep.
to keep an eye on Higgins. Then we got Palmer. Palmer put up, which no one has Palmer right now.
Well, because Mike Williams was back,
Yeah.
and so was Keenan Allen. But they ended up being decoys, and it ended up being the Palmer show.
So Palmer put up 27.6 points.
Yeah. Now, I've been talking about this guy all season.
Mm-hmm.
And I told you last week, I might even go back and take the film and put it up today on my Instagram. Because I literally said, Amari Cooper sucks at home. It makes no sense. But you put him on the road, it does not matter who he plays against, he balls out. He literally scores like 12 points more on the road than he does at home. Makes no sense. 28.3 against Buffalo. With Jacoby
Yeah.
Brissett as a quarterback.
You can see why Jacoby Brissett was on the
Yeah, exactly.
was up there.
Exactly.
And then we got number 1 spot, Devontae Adams with 30.6 points. So against Denver, I mean, Raiders have not been playing well the last few weeks.
No.
So I know Adams still had a good game within that, but they finally get a win. I don't think they won last week, right? Raiders didn't win?
I don't believe so, no.
I don't think so. So Raiders finally get a win, and Adams puts up points for it.
Yeah, and I'm sure your brother's loving seeing that versus what he's been doing because
Mhm.
he hasn't been so hot for him. Who'd you just asked me about the Raiders, right?
Raiders, yeah.
Raiders. Did they not play last week?
So we literally talking about him right there.
Oh. Oh yeah, they lost last
They
week.
lost.
Okay. Cool. So now we get to talk about the fun stuff.
What's the fun stuff?
The league.
The league.
We got to react to what happened. I'll do the bottom, you do the top.
Yeah.
And then we'll go, okay. So Champ versus King's Jesters. King's Jesters almost doubled her up. That's a rough week. That's
Yeah.
a trouncing.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
like, I'm going to send you a gift card for some tissues. You just got pounded. You and the replacements. This was too close. I needed you to win this.
I needed to win this. And I had my players were not performing. Even Fields did better than his projection, which I knew he would, but
You were expecting 40, not
I was hoping
not 22. Jackson didn't play well this week. Dalvin Cook, he played against the Cowboys, so I mean.
Yeah, but he's still been playing well. But
Oh yeah, Jamal Williams, he played well for you.
Jamal Williams played well, and my defense still played well. 12 points from the defense. I'll take it any week.
Your kicker got you negative too.
I know
that's mind-blowing.
I'm blaming my kicker for this loss
That's mind blowing to me.
because I lost by 8 points. I put a decent kicker that gives me 7 points, and
Yeah.
that's an 8 or 9 point swing.
Yep,
So I'm like, come on.
that's wild to me.
And then we got team 3 tight ends versus Belichick yourself. Close game, relatively close. My brother pulled up a little more
At the
at the end.
Yeah.
But he was texting me saying he was worried he lost.
Yeah, I was looking at it going, damn, he gonna lose.
Yeah.
I think if Joe Mixon didn't get hurt, this game would have gone in a completely different direction.
Well, that and then Kelsey going off. So Kelsey, because he texted me before the Sunday night game, and
yeah.
that was the Chiefs Chargers. So Kelsey went off, ended up getting that. But you also he had more who put up negative points.
Negative 0.6, but I wasn't.
I know, but that was
I
the Monday
wasn't
night.
expecting too much from Rondo.
But Kelsey already gave him the comfort he needed going into the Monday night game.
Yeah, Kelsey and Adams, when they put up over 60 combined, and Joe Burrow goes for almost 30 as well, you're gonna have a decent week.
Now, I also want to go back to that's something further mentioned for Cham Majis. You notice their kickers? 23
and
points.
14. Holy
That's
shit.
14 Bucker.
Holy shit.
Yeah, insane. That's her top score for the week by a long shot. Almost double Allen.
So guys, just so you know, because Champ just learned this, don't play your quarterbacks against the Cowboys. See what Cousins scored this week?
Yeah, like what was it, like 5? No, it was
No,
1.2.
I didn't
Oh,
even
wow.
go far enough down the list to find him, so he should have been the number one weakest.
He should have been number 1 week.
I didn't go far enough down.
You wouldn't expect a quote unquote elite quarterback to be down there.
Yeah, especially in the game of the week.
Mm-hmm.
It was so funny how many people, and I saw so many Cowboys fans post this, and I feel for them because they were like, "Why? Because we're destroying the Vikings. You take the game off TV."
What do you mean?
It was the game of the week, so they put that game on. No matter where you lived, you were watching that game. And then as we kept getting up by more and more, they stopped playing the game and went to whatever other game was on. So like if it was not your market game, you didn't get to see the game.
Oh, all right. But yeah, I wanted to point out the kicker because,
No, that's
like I
huge.
said, kicker lost. I feel like the kicker lost my game, and if I had one of them,
23.
bam, done. What
Yeah.
a 25-point swing, absolutely.
Yep.
So keep an eye on kickers. I know, like I like the stream kickers. I think some of you guys
Yep.
do as well. Just make sure you know who they're playing against.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Yeah.
because apparently, who did my guy pick play against? Playing against Arizona? No, this isn't
Detroit.
sorry, Detroit. Yeah, that was not supposed to happen.
No, he usually does well.
Yeah.
Does. He's usually a 10-point kicker. 7, 8, 11, 6, 10, 9. So the worst.
He's never, except for the
one.
week 1,
Except for week 1.
he's never scored lower than what I needed to win.
Yep. Good defense, Tebow. Good defense. Way to go.
Okay, go special teams. Yeah, so ridiculous. Then you have your game against Tiger, probably the closest game. Yeah, 12.
That's
No,
not yours.
mine was the closest game, but Steiger came to play this week.
Yeah.
So the
I've been
only
saying
his
quarterbacks are his weakness.
exactly, quarterbacks are the only issue. Which, what are you doing? What are you going to do about that? There's no quarterbacks available.
And honestly, Goff playing the Giants and Heineke playing Houston, I was worried that they were going to go off.
They should have. You're absolutely right. They should have. Houston, awful. I don't know what they have. They're 8-1 right now.
Right.
So like, Heineke, that was his chance. After coming off a win against the undefeated Eagles,
Yeah.
how are you not going to capitalize on that momentum?
No idea.
Then you got Goff going against
The Giants.
the Giants, who
But it's because Jamal Williams just ran the ball
Oh,
down
yeah.
their throat.
Jamal Williams ran, and then even Swift got a touchdown
Yep.
late in the game.
Yep.
So that's why he didn't get points. Mainly ran the ball.
Yeah.
But Jacobs did work. CMC did his job, which is fine. I mean, his
Yep.
job is a good amount. Hopkins did his job. Samuel went off.
Yep.
So that was good against Arizona. I mean, we saw how the game turned out last night. JTT did his job. Schultz, for most of us, just the tight end spot is is not working out this year.
Remember, they didn't throw this week.
That's true.
So that's why he's because the Cowboys' run game was so good. Remember, I have CD.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
CD scored me half his projection,
Sure.
but he only had 4 for 5.
Who?
CD.
No, he had 5.
Or sorry, 5 for 5. I looked at Stefan. Which is
yeah.
even worse. He had 4 for 5, or 5 for 5 with 45 yards
Yeah.
because they didn't throw the ball.
But obviously, you got Cooper here, who did almost triple his projection.
Yep.
And kept them in the matchup against you. And then the Colts defense. Oh, and his kicker, Young Haku, finally bringing it back with 12 points. Not your 22 points. You probably thought you had the highest scoring kicker.
I did actually.
You did.
I saw it right before we started. I was like, damn. I'm like, I
But then obviously you have Tannehill doing work.
Yeah.
At 20 points. I mean, even if you did his projection, you would have still won. That would have been a lot closer. But
2 on bye, so.
there's 2 on a bye. So you picked up the old Dolphins QB.
Right.
And then Hurts did his job. Kamara's still not.
They're not using him.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
12 carries, 4 for 5 receptions.
I mean,
They're not using him. It doesn't make sense.
So I mean, they're winning,
Well,
but
they also sucked in the first half. They were
That's true.
terrible.
then we got Pierce, which you mentioned earlier,
Yeah.
really hurt you. His projection, you would have been comfortable.
easy.
Yeah, it would have been. You wouldn't have been stressing about it. You got Diggs, under, CD under, Cole Kmet pretty much did his job, but tight ends, we just do what we can. Montgomery did very well.
Which I called this last week.
Yeah.
Khalil Hebert out. David Montgomery up.
Yeah, absolutely. So 19.6 points from Montgomery,
Yeah.
which he's going to need to do more if Fields goes out.
Yeah.
Because that's half the running game gone. If Fields is gone.
And the funny thing, Ravens got me 18 points. I benched the Cowboys.
I saw that. I was like, let me get you. I mean, mine did 12. 6 wouldn't have won the game for me, but yeah, Cowboys, which you were holding on your Cowboys, you can play them. Why didn't you play them? Not that it mattered.
Because I didn't know what the 6-1 or 7-1 Vikings were gonna do.
True, that's a fair point. Well, not much is the
Well,
right
obviously, the Cowboys are good. I didn't know they were that great.
But then obviously we mentioned your kicker, 22 points. Olave we mentioned earlier, and then Ravens defense you just mentioned, 18 points.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, good matchup. I would say that was the matchup of the week.
Yeah,
Obviously, and Steiger just keep in there. I mean,
it's so close.
It's
so close.
right there.
He had so much bad luck this year.
Oh, absolutely. Then we got the best team right now, which is Diggs and the CD.
I'll take
Taking it away from my brother.
I'll take it. We needed one.
I mean, when he's not putting up 186,
Yeah,
he's
right.
not going to win.
And then worst team, Champ.
Champ.
I'm gonna go back to this name thing. We're gonna have to cut one of those names off. I know she got 2 champs, but Champ. Does that work?
Champ. Yeah, maybe. We can make it longer.
89.48.
Or Champ. Maybe.
Joe Burrow leading the way with Players of the Week. Good job, Will. Justine with Tony Pollard. That he could be a killer guy going into playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
They know how to use him. They're realizing how to use him.
You got William again with Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
And again with Travis Kelce.
And then
So 3 of the top players of the week
Yeah.
on Will's team.
And then Tyler Bass, Christina with 23. Whew.
And we got you on with 18 with the Ravens defense.
Yep. Looking at bench warmers, Jimmy Garoppolo for Christina, 25.4.
I mean, I'm not entirely blaming her for benching him.
Yeah, it's hard.
Najee Harris, I mean, proved that was your guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you tried trading him to every person, but you picked him back up, put him on your bench, and I mean, you still won. He still won.
Yeah, he
but
balled out though.
would have been an extra 20 points. You would have been the best team this week.
Would have been.
Put him over Miles Sanders. Meter Sanders, you call him.
T. Higgins, 20.3.
Mm-hmm.
That's a hard one to have on the bench, and I don't know if I would have had him on the bench.
Well, I mean, if Steiger put him in, could have been a loss for you.
I know, so I'm not complaining. But Mark Andrews, again for Steiger, 9.3. He's been hurt.
Yeah, he's been hurt. I'm not blaming that one. I think they just put him back.
Yeah. Yep.
So yeah, then we got Suckup. Oh no, that's nothing. Then obviously your Cowboys on the bench for bench warmer of the week.
But at least it was equal.
It was equal, yeah.
Most efficient manager, Justine, maxed points 100%.
Mm-hmm.
She's getting damn good at this. If her guys will give her a little bit more.
Was she the one that got 100% last week?
I think so.
No.
I'm pretty sure. I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure when I go through the video, you're going to see that she already had. Like, I don't have to change the name this week. It's just Justine again.
Yeah.
Least efficient, Christina. We had her on the show even.
I know.
This kind of hurts the brand. 89.48 with a max of 130.9. That's a big difference.
41 and a half point swing. Then we got highest points in the loss, Steiger, man. I mean, you were right there.
Yeah.
Right there. Just needed, I mean, maybe 1 or 2 changes could have made the difference, but great game nonetheless. We got lowest points in a win, which is Tebow over me, 125. Said about that one, I still kick her.
Biggest blowout, Prue, 156.2 over Christina, 89.48. It's a big win.
Oh yeah,
It's a big win, especially right now.
Yep.
Especially right now. Narrow victory, Tebow over Nat. Nat Rod over here. What is it? Just under 7.75.
Something like that. Yeah.
Give or take.
So I'm saying, just needed that.
Yeah,
6 point.
damn kickers.
You got the overachiever Prue, projected 136, put up 156.
20 points.
So 20 points. And it's not as big as we're used to seeing.
It's not crazy like Will's, but
But it's still good. It's still good.
And then underachiever.
Got Christina with 89.4, 8, and she's projected 130.99.
Yeah.
So that's 40 points.
40 points, yeah. 42 points.
But
No,
yeah, just not her week.
right.
Just like it's not the Jets week.
Looking at the performance of the week, she only hit 68% of her
Max.
max. That's low. You had 95. Replacements at 99.7. Just being beat out by his other half, Belichick himself at 100%.
Mm-hmm. Then you got Steiger at 90.7. King's Gestures at 88.5. Team 3 tight ends 94.3, and you at 97. So that's still.
Besides Christina, we had a good week.
Absolutely. And then now I'm looking. So if you guys both maxed out, you still would have beat Steiger by 2 points.
Yeah, it would have been close though.
2.4, yeah.
Damn close. King's Gestures would have been the highest for the week by 12.
Mm-hmm.
Dang. Now looking at the current league standings, from the bottom we got Steiger 2-9, 4 losses in a row. Nate the Great over here at 4-7,
Breaking my streak.
1 loss. Belichick yourself at 4-7 as well, but ahead of you in points with 2 losses. And then Champ just outside of the playoffs at 5-6 with 1 loss, and actually more points than the replacements than the King's Jesters.
Then you got the replacements in 4th place right now, moved on up to 4th.
6
Switch
and
places, got 6 and 5. King's Gestures in 3rd with 7 and 4. Then you got you in 2nd place, also 7 and 4, but beating him in points by about 80-ish. And then Team 3 tight ends, holding you strong at first, 9 and 2. Not even anyone near in points.
Yeah. Two games up with over 140 point separation.
Yeah.
It's a game.
Yeah, it's an entire game.
So it's looking like right now, Team 3 TEs is locked in. We'll see when, because they'll put a little asterisk up here when it's official. But barring a major injury, I'd say he's locked into the playoffs. But we're still looking at, especially 4, 5, 6, 7 are close.
Mm-hmm.
King's Gestures is pretty safe right now. I'm pretty safe right now. But 4, 5, 6, 7 is very, very close.
Just got to go on another streak.
Yep.
Winning streak,
But
not losing streak.
guys,
I've done both those.
that is the reaction episode. Great job this weekend. Love seeing everybody get their players in. Make sure everything is filled out.
Remember to do your waiver
Get your
wire
waiver wire
tonight.
tonight. Do not forget, guys, it is a big week. This is literally a week where people could almost get knocked out of the playoffs or open the door back up. Right now they got their foot in the door and they're trying to wedge it open.
Mm-hmm.
But this week could be that week. So make sure you get your waiver wires in, make sure you get everything done. And we will see you on Thursday.
Thanksgiving.
Actually, probably shoot it tomorrow.
Yeah, probably
Shoot it tomorrow, but we'll have it out for you guys before Thanksgiving Day because there's a bunch of games on Thanksgiving.
That's right.
week.
Yeah, we need
So
to
make sure you're ready. We'll be ready for you. But have a great Tuesday. Have a great waiver wire pickup, and we will see you tomorrow.